everyone, I'm back. I am going to work on my winter project, Stitch the Season, with Corrine at To Be Loved Treasures by Corrine. And I'm going to, I did part of the bird, and I did these leaves in the last video, and I'm going to stitch these shiny leaves on, sort of as a, again, hard to tell the right side of the fabric from the wrong side of the fabric. Guess it doesn't matter if you can't tell, right? They're both shiny. I decided to go with silver. Oops. And I hope this finds you well. And heading toward the new year. Of course, I'm not sure when I'm going to post this. What's today? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You may not see this until after the new year. In that case, Happy New Year. I'm trying to spread my videos out since I don't have a whole lot going on right now. If there's anything any of you would like to see me do, if I'm capable of doing it, I will. Just give me a shout out down below in the comments and let me know what that is. And if I'm capable of doing it, I will. I would be happy to give it a go. In my last video, I was talking about Corrine coming up with ideas. She's going to be working on fabric that she's going to be painting on. And that is something I wanted to try all of this year of 2023, or last year if it's already after New Year's, which it probably will be if we're into 2024 already, then I'm talking about 2023. And I'm going to have to figure out how to pull out my watercolors, acrylics. I may have to start moving my stuff downstairs to work on it, because honestly, I'm not going to pull out paint and stuff. I work in our bedroom, and I am not going to be pulling out paint and all kinds of stuff here in the bedroom. It's carpeted. I don't want to make a mess. I don't have the storage space. I have all of my fabric and stitching stuff up here for hand sewing and slow stitching and all of that. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep doing this. If I want to expand the things I'm working on, I may have to move to one of the basement, well, the one basement bedroom we have downstairs in the basement. And I may just have to move down there. The problem is Tony makes a lot of noise up here when I'm working, and I have a feeling it's all going to be heard down there. And plus the noises from the golf course, the outside noises, will all be louder, because when I'm in the bedroom, I'm up on the second floor. And so I am going to have to deal with more noise from both in the house and outside of the house, interior and exterior noise. So I'm not sure I want to deal with that, but it may be something I have to do because I'm just running out of space. Excuse me one moment. I sneezed right before the camera came on, so I had to take care of, you know, the things that happen after you sneeze. winter. We had 2 days of rain, so as I'm filming this probably several days before you're going to see it. And I think I'm highly allergic to leaf mold, as most people are, because it's not a good thing. And yeah, so dealing with that is not always a fun thing in the winter. We don't get a lot of below freezing days typically. I say that and then watch. We'll get a cold snap. We don't get a lot of snow typically. So yeah, I think you're probably seeing this after the new year. So happy New Year, everybody. I hope you've pulled up a project to do, to follow along. Not follow along as in you're doing what I'm doing, but just to stitch while I'm stitching. And I think this silver metallic thread is really highlighting, like the sparkle in the leaves is coming through, but the silver metallic thread is also giving it a little zing. I was thinking yesterday, you know, winters here are typically gray, wet, dreary. Everything's brown outside. The sky is gray. And I didn't want to work with muted, subtle, goodness gracious, muted, subtle colors. I just didn't. That's one reason I stopped making journals. I just did not want to deal with the muted, kind of grayish, brownish, I shouldn't even say gray, with the brown, aged looking, you know, papers and stuff like it. Just wasn't happy for me. I liked doing it, like I like working with paper, but I just wasn't happy doing it. So this kind of thing with bright, sparkly colors, like I think this reminds me of a clear, like beautiful sunny day after a big snowfall, blue sky, frost and snow and icicles on all the branches. I've lived some places where I've seen that, and I that's my idea of winter for me. I know, I'm a little crazy, right? So I'm going to put these on, and then see, I knew this was going to happen. If I tried to take a shortcut, I knew that was going to happen. No more shortcuts, Martha. So we have a small private airport nearby, and there is a guy who must own a plane, and he comes by once or twice a week, typically, and he flies. I know, I just unthreaded my needle. He typically flies very, very low over our community, and he does it on purpose. Like, he purposely does that. I think he lives in the community. I'm not 100% sure. People have posted on the Facebook page for our community that it's very annoying, and it is, and that he shouldn't be allowed to do it. And I think he has commented back, you know, hey, it's free airspace. I can do what I want. Lovely, huh? People that feel entitled. I don't know. Sometimes you got to wonder what makes people tick, 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 tick. So yeah, the new year might bring a new location for me to work. Still in the same house. Excuse me. The only reason I really like being here in the bedroom is because I'm right next to the kitchen. I have a bathroom right here in the same, you know, it's attached to the bedroom. I can, you know, walk in and ask Tony, you know, what are you doing? What are you thinking of having for dinner? You know, we can have discussions whenever. Otherwise, I got to walk up the stairs. There is a bathroom downstairs. I don't like the bathroom downstairs. It's weird. We won't talk about that, though. That's just my weirdness. Uh-oh. There it is. Missing in action, this one. I like it that way better. Thinking I should have put these behind and put the other petals on top as a little bit smaller ones, but that's okay. It's all right. But you know, that's just me being lazy, I guess. I mean, I need more exercise, so coming upstairs wouldn't be a bad thing. It would force me to take more breaks and get up and move around more. So there is that. And I would be able to set up more things. I could put my sewing machine in there. I could put painting a table with all, I mean, I could organize it so it's all my things that I want to do. I could use the jelly plate and paint fabrics. I was wondering why I was feeling that thread. Paint fabrics with the jelly plate. I could just get acrylic paints out and water paints out, and yeah, I have so many supplies downstairs. All my fabrics are down there, except what I've brought upstairs. And I have sewing threads down there. So if I want just a spool of sewing thread, I have to go downstairs and get that color that I want. I just don't have space up here to put it all. So I could do that in the spare bedroom down there. We'd have to move some things out of the spare bedroom, but it's also a really huge closet down there. So I could just put a lot of things in the closet. I'm supposed to be downsizing. I'm supposed to be getting rid of craft supplies that I don't really use, but instead I want to find a way to use them. So, get in the camera shot, Martha. Yeah, if you're interested in this project, it's not too late to start it. You can start it in any season that you're in. You can start it at any time you want to start it. You can make it as, you know, complicated or not as you want it to be. But it's a fun way to explore. And in the end, you have a little wall hanging, or however you plan on doing yours. I love doing them as wall hanging. My autumn one is still hanging up in the kitchen, because this won't be done until the end of winter. So what I'll probably do is put it away, and with the winter stuff, and then bring it out. I don't know. Maybe I'll hang them up all year round. I don't know yet. Okay. So now I would put I want to do I want to do some drizzle stitches? I got to remember how to do them. Isn't that funny? I saw somebody, excuse me, do a French, not a French, a bullion knot in a completely opposite way that I've ever seen it done before by anybody, ever. It was very bizarre. Can I remember how to do a drizzle stitch? Maybe, maybe not. I need a longer needle. I know that much. All right. Are we going to try this? We're going to see if Martha remembers how to do the drizzle. I used to watch, I wish she would start up again, Ariane Zurcher. She had a really good way of teaching. And I liked watching her. And I learned a lot from her. All right, let's see if we can do this. Stick it in your mat. Take this out. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to move the camera. Hopefully that works. So what I'm doing is looping it around my finger, twisting it around my finger. Twist. And you want to slide these down. However, that's not going well at all. Okay, try again. I took it out because I had big spaces in between the loops. You don't want big spaces in between the loops. You have to slide them down after each one. That's if I'm doing it right. If I'm not, this will be edited out. And I'll pull out my book. What I'm looking for is a stitch that's going to hang out. Do poinsettias have that? No, but they aren't blue and white and all that either. And all different fabrics. I think that's long enough. All right, and then you take your end and you re-thread the needle. Let's see if I can do this. And you hold the stitches, push your needle through. Ow! Oop, sorry. Hit the camera twice. Pull this through. There. There's your drizzle stitch. And then you can do it again. And if you use a thinner needle, come on. If you use, let me see if I have the right needle to do it with. This one might work. Stick that in. You don't want to stick it in the thread that you're, oops. Let's see, so this will be a little bit different size. So loop-de-loops, pull tight, loop-de-loop, pull tight, loop-de-loop, pull tight, pull tight, a little tight. Hope the hand motions aren't too much for you. Now the trick will be, can I get the thread back through the eye of this needle? We did not test that. Okay. And then, let's see. I gotta remember how to do this. I don't remember how to do it. I was gonna do it with a bead. I think you put the bead over the needle though, and I don't know that I have a bead that's going to fit. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. Pull up. Gently hold. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Gently pull. Do not get any knots. There you go. Look at that. There they are. Drizzle stitches. Oops, don't go up through the stitch. Come back up. I wonder if you put the bead in. No, because then that would be... I don't think this bead will fit. Hold that thought. I'm talking, mumbling to myself. I know. Here's the snowman I cut out. But he's all red. And I didn't want any red in here, so I don't know if I'm going to try and stitch that blue or not. Okay. Hold that thought. I'm looking for a small blue bead, which I am not finding. But not too small. Blue. Blue, blue, blue. Okay. Now, I can't remember when to put the bead on. That bead is not going to fit on that needle though, which means it's not going to fit in. Never mind. We're not doing beads on this one, but I'll figure it out. And then we'll play with that. Drizzle stitches with beads. I'm going to move you back up so I don't make you too blind with all the hand motions. I would say it's a good idea to invest in a stitching book. I have, shoot, come on, Martha. Sorry about that. Start over. I have a Sue Spargo book, which is fairly good. And I have another one. I have this, which has simple stitches in it. It's pretty good. It's just a flip out, a two-sided flip out. And then it has these on the back. Okay. I have the Sue Spargo book, which is pretty good. The diagrams are fairly good, but they're like hand-drawn diagrams instead of real diagrams. And then I have this book called Embroidery Step-by-Step Guide to More Than 200 Stitches, which is also very good. It's got some needlepoint stuff in it, and then it's got all this stuff in it. So there's a lot of stitches in here. These are all the stitches it offers. So get yourself a book, get on YouTube if you're new to stitching. There are many resources out there like that. Okay, back to the drizzles. 1, 2, 3. I didn't count the other ones. I don't know why I'm counting now. So you don't want them to overlap, but you want them to be tight against each other. You don't want to have big spaces of thread in between. And if you're left-handed, you can do this the opposite way. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Ariana Zurcher has videos out there that are probably 2 or 3 years old now. And let's see if I can get this in. Wow. My needle eye is at a funny angle. Oops, I thought I had it. Behave. Yeah, I think the bigger needle would probably be a wiser idea, because this needle is just barely good enough for this thread. I mean, in the end, it works. Okay, I'll do 2 more because I like odd numbers. I think it'll look better. Placement wise. Oop, that guy fell down. That little guy did not want to stand up. Okay. And in this case, you have to have some sort of mat to stick the needle into. If you have a piece of foam at home from, you know, a pillow, like a foam, it's got to be a stiff foam pillow. You could try an old yoga mat, something that you can stick. But if you're going to stitch, get yourself a wool mat. It's a wool ironing mat, they call them. And they're on Amazon. They have different sizes. Get one. I cut mine in half. Then I cut a little corner piece off of that. I use the little piece, not the little piece, but the other half of this one on a little table I have over on the side with a mini iron that I use. And let's see if I can squish this through one more time. Yay! And totally 100% worth it. You can do needle felting on it if you want. You can, I know you can't see what I'm doing. Okay. And one more. Iron on them, you know, they're wonderful. And if you're going to do something like this, sometimes you need a surface that you can stick your needle into to do a decorative stitch. I don't know if I want that guy there. Yeah, I'll put him there. That's where he's going now. I gotta untwist my thread. Ooh, is she gonna have enough? Ooh, we're playing thread chicken with the drizzle stitch. Whee! And if you're new here, welcome. pull up a project. When you're watching other slow stitchers, it's good to have a project to work on. Just listen to them babble. Not that I have a whole lot to babble about. And you might learn something new once in a while. Once in a while I come up with, you know, a trick in my bag. From my bag of tricks. This is all twisted. And I pull something out from the memory bank. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. All right. There we go. Alrighty. I'll go back and remind myself on how to do the drizzle stitch with a bead. I would have to have the correct threads to do that as well. Thread, needle, bead has to fit over the needle. So you have to have the right beads. So look at that. Thread chicken. Martha won. Yay! All right. So I've finished my flower. We're just over 30 minutes. I think I'm going to leave this video there. I will finish working on my bird. I couldn't wait to do the flower though. Oh, I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with the drizzle. See? They're sticking up. So yeah, onward and upward. I gotta go find a saying or a poem or something for this because I gotta figure out where it's gonna go before I can really feel comfortable doing anything else. All right. Everybody take care of yourselves. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you learned something new. Maybe not, but maybe you'll play with the drizzle stitch because it's fun. It's three-dimensional. And you all take care of yourselves, and happy crafting. See you in the next one. Bye.